Let's begin in Uttanasana and bring the hands to the heart. Take a breath. Reach the arms down, out, and overhead, a sweeping motion for the shoulders. And then we'll gently come into a forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Come up halfway, feel the muscles engage around the shoulder blades, and then exhale, let them release. Draw all the way out and up again. Let the elbows bend and take a side bend, just warming up our spine and shoulders. Grab the other wrist and exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. And bringing the hands to the hips, take a deep breath in as you pull the shoulder blades together to open the heart. Soften the knees, hinge forward, hands to the thighs, shins, or floor, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lengthen forward, and then again all the way up to standing. Once more, let's take a side bend, elbows slightly bent. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And once more, hands to the hips. Feel the shoulder blades lift the heart, open the throat, and taking it down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Come halfway up, back body strong. Exhale down, back body long. Inhale all the way up again. And then bring the hands to the hips. Take a nice deep breath into the heart. And this time we'll exhale once again into forward fold. Then walk the hands and the feet away from each other, coming into an upper plank position. And then downward dog. Pedal the feet a bit. Then anchoring down through hands and feet. Lift the hips high. Bring the heart forward between the hands. And then placing the knees down, slowly lower onto the belly. Take the hands out wide and lift into what I call a slinky cobra. So pressing down, lift belly, ribs, chest, throat opens. So flowing in and out of this slinky cobra to awaken the upper back body. Open the heart. So warm up those muscles around the shoulder blades. Broaden the collarbone. Basic cobra, hands close to the chest. And then pushing away from the ground, come into downward dog. Ease into the shoulder girdle, lengthen the spine. Come down to all fours. And take a gentle cat-cow. Just gently moving that spine back and forth in flexion and extension. Breathe your way through these transitions. Let's walk the hands over to one side of the mat, draw back through the hip, and curve into the side body. Feel the side ribs opening as you reach across over to the other side. C-curve the spine and take deep breaths into your rib cage. Return to center. Walk the hands forward, keeping the hips over the knees, and sink into prayer pose. Melting the heart, further opening the shoulder girdle. Now walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Drop down onto the forearms, planting the hands for Dolphin Pose. So you'll come up high, like down dog, but this time from the shoulders, and then rocking back and forth to build strength in the shoulder girdle. Move with your breath, inhaling one direction, exhaling another. Hold and breathe. Then bringing one foot off the floor, extend the foot, bend the knee, and curl yourself up into a modified scorpion pose. Imagine that your foot and head are coming together. Let's release back and forth into dolphin again. Taking the other leg up, bend the knee, and curl up. Head towards foot, foot towards head. Gentle extension. Releasing back down. Building that strength in the upper body. Take child. And then coming up to all fours. Let's create a release into rabbit pose. Place your head close to the knees. And either place your hands under the shins and flare the elbows. Or if you can, reach the feet. Hold the feet and flare the elbows out, lifting the hips high to stretch through the upper back. Coming back to all fours. Once more, downward facing dog, so you can step the right foot forward, back foot plants, warrior one. Take some nice deep breaths in this extension. Once again, opening the heart space. Then turning open into warrior two. Sink into the inner thigh of the back leg. Arms are wide. Chest is open. And then sinking forward, let's take the left hand to the foot and the upper arm overhead in extended side angle. A modification would be to place the elbow on the thigh or take the hand down to the ankle. And then releasing the hands on either side of the front foot. Square the hips, back heel off the ground. And then turning towards that bent knee into a revolved side angle. Deep breaths. Bringing it back down, both hands on the earth. Return to downward facing dog. Hold that or vinyasa into plank. Lowering to the floor. Cobra. And downward dog. Let's take it on to the other side. Left foot forward, right heel plants, warrior one. Lift and lengthen the side body, ease into your lunge. And then taking the hands to the heart, turn open to the long edge of the mat, warrior two. Feel the hips open and the heart lift. Right hand comes to the hip, left hand comes to either forearm to the thigh or hand to the foot. Notice what feels most comfortable and then reach the top arm up and over at an angle for extended side angle. Then release the hands to the floor, square the hips, back heel comes high. Open the heart towards the front knee, gently twisting the spine. Top arm can stay on the hip or reach overhead. Revolve side angle, deep breaths. And then again, plant the hands and return to downward dog. Bending the knees a bit to get that alignment. Take the right foot forward, sinking down into the back knee now for Anjaneyasana or crescent moon. Let's begin by taking the hand to the hips. Draw the tailbone in as the heart lifts and choose to take the hands up. I like to place them on the back of the head, pressing the head into the thumbs, really opening deep into the shoulders, and then extending through the arms up to the sky. Slowly release, this time align the spine more upright as you twist towards the bent knee and possibly reach that back arm out from the shoulder girdle. Once again, lots of opening in the chest. Hands to the earth, step back. Little child pose to release the effort. And then let's take the left foot forward. Bringing the hands to the knee, lift and lengthen through the spine. Then bring the hands to the hips, tailbone in, heart open on this side. And then from there, taking a deep breath in, draw the hands up behind the head, pressing the head into the hands and reaching the elbows, and then expand the hands upward from the elbows and lengthen. Drawing back into a neutral alignment, twist towards the front leg. Reach the back arm out and open the heart. Nice deep breath there. And then we'll fold forward, hands to the earth, reaching up and back into downward dog. Step forward into Uttanasana and then lift halfway up. Interlace the fingers behind your back and then lower down again and rotate the shoulders with arms clasped behind you. Sweep all the way up to standing, arms up to the sky. And then once again, forward fold, Uttanasana, walking the hands and feet apart. Come into downward dog. Inhale, upper plank, lowering the knees, and let's put a little strength in those arms with some push-ups. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Nice, short, sweet movements. Keeping the head of the humerus back. In, out, just 10 push-ups here, halfway down, and then find your alignment in chaturanga. Hold, lower the pelvis, and take the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades, Release the wrists, open the heart. And then if it's possible, bring the feet up and hold the feet to further open the chest, pushing the feet away from the head. If that doesn't work, just keep the hands clasped. Then returning onto all fours and up to downward dog once more. Taking the hands next to the knees, you're going to come into rabbit again. So this really opens a space between the shoulder blades. So holding the feet, flare the elbows, and possibly come into rabbit with the hands behind the back. So choose the hand position that best suits your shoulder girdle. Deep breaths, and then release the hands down. Come up to standing on the knees. Arms overhead, we'll come into Ustrasana, Camel Pose. Hands on the hips, tailbone descends. Tone the belly, and then let the shoulder blades come deep together to open the heart. Hands can be on the hips, the back of the thighs, or onto the feet. Big opening of the heart here. Breathe into that form. As you walk back, bring the hands onto the hips or thighs. Sit back on the heels and descend into child pose. Enjoy your breath. Feel all the energy you're bringing into that shoulder girdle through movement, creating mobility and strength. Interlace the fingers. Let's develop a little more strength here with Dolphin Pose. This time we'll hold it, bringing the hips high. The hands are interlaced, and we're holding and sustaining that upward lift. Gentle inversion, letting the head dangle, building stamina in our upper body. Slowly release the knees down. Sit back on the heels. If this is not comfortable for your knees, you can either place a block between the heels and sit on that prop, or you could also take a cross-legged position. Here we're going to open the shoulders by wrapping our left arm behind us and then interlacing the fingers and attempting to pull your elbows together behind your back. So both hands are on the right hip here, and then open it up. Let's try the other side. Slide your right arm behind, clasp the hands. Hands are on the side waistline, and then you're simply inviting that left elbow to come towards the right. Keep the heart lifted and the belly toned. Then releasing the arms, we'll come around into a cross-legged position, or you can choose to move into what we call cow face pose, where you're sitting evenly on both sitting bones and you stack your knees, bringing your heels by your hips. With the right knee on top, take the left arm overhead, and then reach your right arm behind you, possibly just pressing the back of your hand into your waistline, and then attempting to bring the fingers together behind your back. This opens both the hip rotators and, of course, accesses mobility in the shoulder girdle. Watch this turn, up and over, keeping the feet in place, kind of fun. Then crossing now the left knee on top of the right. You can sit here if you're not working with the shoulders, otherwise right arm overhead. Open that shoulder girdle, and then bring the left arm behind, roll the shoulder back, and either press the hands, one into the shoulder blade, the other into the waistline, or attempt to bring your fingertips together. If they do touch, then pull the elbows away from each other. Stay lifted through the chest. Enjoy your breath. Let's release, and let's try that twirling over once more, because it's so fun. Sit again in cow face pose. This time we'll lean forward over the legs, releasing the shoulders and going deep into the hips. Breathe as you hold the form. Then draw up and let's go for a little readjustment so that you can feel those hips opening. And then one more time, we're going to twirl around. Of course, you can always choose a different way to come into the pose, but try it out. It's fun. Knees stacked, heels by your hips, round forward, placing your hands in a most comfortable position. Deep breaths into the upper back body. Relax your neck. Draw your hands back near your feet, drawing up through the crown of the head. Then let's stretch the legs out in staff pose or Dandasana, releasing the knees. And then place the soles of the feet together for bound angle or Baddha Konasana. Gently lean forward, hinging at the hips and rounding through the upper back. You may want to choose to bring your heels a little closer. The distance between the heels and the hips is up to you. A gentle flexion of the spine, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Breathe deeply and evenly. Sitting tall, stretch the legs out. We'll take a wide straddle now called Upavishta Konasana or upright angle. You may choose to sit upright with the hands behind you or come into this twist. One hand forward, one hand back. Keep both hips grounded. Keep the front ribs hugged in. Lengthen the spine as you twist your ribs around that central axis. And then over to the other side, nice and tall from hip to head. Rotate and breathe into that rotation of the spine. And then let's come forward and just a gentle forward fold. So this will be up to your body how far you go. No force, no strain. You might be able to rest your chin in your hands. Or you could take hands together and place your thumbs right in the corner of your eye socket. It's kind of a nice massage. Or reach your arms forward. So again, find the form that fits best for you. So you can relax and gently open those hips. Now use the hands for support to come up, lifting the weight of the torso. Bring the legs in. We'll move forward so we can roll down on the mat. Draw the knees to the chest. And then reach inside the legs and grab your feet, coming into happy baby pose. You could grab the feet, or you could just hold the shins. Try and keep the sacrum grounded here. And then be a happy baby and play with different positions of your legs. Maybe take it out in a wide straddle. If you can't reach the toes, you can just hold the legs, play around. Move your legs in different directions, making sure it feels good on your back and your spine. And then reach up one more time. Happy baby. Remember those days when you first discovered your feet? Fascinating. Once again, feet together, then knees together, and then hug it all in a little fetal position. And then we'll release back down to the earth, both feet on the floor. Let's take it up into a bridge, opening the front of the hips. And if you grab the outer edge of your mat and pull out, your shoulder blades will move closer together. This may assist you in bringing the hands behind you, interlocked. Lift the chest high, relax the hips. Maybe even wiggle them out a little bit. And then supporting your shoulders, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then open the arms and let's take a double knee drop. Both knees dropping to one side, rolling gently to the other. A gentle repetitive movement. Turning the head right to left to release the neck. Shoulders stay grounded. Breath is moving you side to side. Feeling all the energy that you've brought to your upper body today, both strength and mobility in the shoulder girdle. Opening your heart. Feel the lightness of your being as you rest on the earth. Bring your arms by your side. Stretch your legs out, bringing them shoulder width apart. Let the feet roll open. Soften your toes and your fingers. Relax your legs and your arms. And let yourself sink into a place of ease, comfort, and stillness. Stay as long as you'd like in this Shavasana. Rest and renew. And feel the openness you've created in the center of your heart. Namaste.